Assalamu alaikum. Hi everyone. How are you? I hope you are all doing well. This is me, Mohammed Abdul Basit Ghani, also known as Ghani Agribusiness Wala on social media platforms. I am here with you to start another interview with Ghani on different topics. So today's topic is which are 5 steps to fix any problem. Stay with us and learn together.
Good to see you again. How is it going?
Thank you so much, Annie. How are your day? How are you?
Hey there, I'm doing great. Just finished a yoga session and now sipping on some tea. How are things on your end today? Did you have a good interview?
Wow, fantastic. Sip on the tea. Yeah, I also take a tea sometime before and dinner, and it's so amazing to hear about you are a tea lover, and it's so amazing. Thank you so much. Are you ready for today's topic?
Tea before dinner sounds lovely. What kind did you have? And yes, I'm totally ready. What's on your mind today? Maybe something about those amazing onions.
No, 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 no. Today's topic is 5 steps to fix any problem. Are you ready for this?
5 steps to fix an NY problem. Whoa, that sounds intense. Okay, hit me with it. I'm ready to learn. And maybe share a problem or two of my own.
Okay, so please give me the answer about 5 to 10 minutes each question. So first question is, what is the first step in solving a problem?
All right, buckle up. The very first step in tackling any problem is clearly defining it. It sounds simple, but it's where most people stumble. Think of it like this: you can't treat a cold if you think you have the flu, right? So spend some time really digging into what the problem is, who it affects, where it's happening, when it occurs, and why it's a problem. The more specific you are, the easier it'll be to find a solution. Ask yourself, what exactly is going wrong? Be precise. What are the symptoms of the problem? What tells you it exists? What impact is this problem having? On you, your business, others. Let's say your onion business is having trouble. Don't just say sales are down. Dig deeper. Are sales down for a specific type of onion? Is it only at the local market? Is it happening because a competitor lowered their prices? Get super clear. Then try to write out a problem statement. Something like, sales of red onions at the farmer's market have decreased by 20% in the last month, resulting in a loss of revenue, likely due to a competitor's lower prices. See how specific that is. Once you have that clarity, the other steps become way easier. What do you think? Does that make sense?
Okay, so why is identifying the problem important?
Absolutely. Identifying the problem correctly is crucial. It's like the foundation of a building. If it's shaky, everything else will be too. Have you ever tried fixing something without really knowing what was wrong? It's a recipe for frustration.
Okay, so how can you determine the root cause of a problem?
Okay, so you've defined the problem. Now for some detective work. Finding the root cause is all about digging beneath the surface. Here's how. 1. Ask why. A lot. This is often called the 5 whys technique. For each potential cause, ask why is that happening? Keep asking until you get to the fundamental issue. For example, problem: onion sales are down. Why? Customers are buying from the competitor. Why? The competitor's prices are lower. Why? They have a new supplier with lower costs. Why? Our current supplier's costs are too high. Why? Because of increased transportation fees. 2. Data dive. Look for data that supports or refutes your potential causes. Check sales reports, customer feedback, market trends, anything that gives you clues. Maybe you'll discover that those transportation fees are higher than ever. 3. Brainstorm. Gather your friends, family, or even just yourself and brainstorm all the possible causes. Don't censor anyone's ideas at this stage, even the crazy ones might spark something. 4. Fishbone diagram, Ishikawa diagram. This is a visual tool that helps you organize potential causes into categories like people. Are your sales associates properly trained? Methods. Are your marketing strategies effective? Materials. Are you using the best quality onions? Equipment. Is your transportation reliable? Environment. Are there seasonal factors affecting sales? 5. Test your assumptions. Once you have a likely root cause, try testing it. Could also be experimentation. If you think high transportation cost is the issue, call other transport companies and make a comparison. If that checks out, then there you go. It's like peeling an onion. See what I did there? You have to go layer by layer to get to the core. This process can be a bit tedious, but trust me, finding that root cause is the key to lasting solution. Have you tried any of these methods before?
Okay. So how can you determine the root cause of a problem?
Oops, sorry about that. My brain glitched for a sec there. I guess I need to work on my own problem solving skills. Ha.
Okay. What happen if you
What happens if
misidentify a problem?
misidentifying a problem is like, well, like trying to fix a leaky faucet when the real issue is a burst.
How do you differentiate between uh, symptom and the real problem?
Pipe behind the wall. It can lead to a whole lot of wasted time, effort, and resources, and it can even make the original problem worse. Here's what can happen. Symptoms versus the real problem. It's like telling the difference between a fever and the flu. The fever is just a sign that something deeper is wrong. Here's how to tell them apart. Symptoms are surface level. They are the observable signs that something is wrong. They are the what? The real problem is the root cause. It's the underlying reason why the symptoms are occurring. It's the why. Here's a little trick, keep asking why about the symptom until you can't go any further. Let's go back to the onion business. Symptom, decreased onion sales. Now ask why. Why are sales down? Because customers are buying less. Why are customers buying less? Because our prices are higher than the competitor. Why are our prices higher? Because our transportation costs are high. Why are transportation costs high? Because of the increase in gasoline prices. The real problem, high gas prices make the transportation costs more expensive. The symptom is the what you see on the surface, and the real problem is the why that's causing it. Spot the difference.
Okay, beautiful.
Glad that was
What are
helpful.
common obstacles in identifying a problem?
Ooh, good question. There are definitely some sneaky obstacles that can trip you up when trying to identify a problem. Here are a few calming ones. 1. Jumping to conclusions. This is when you immediately assume you know the problem without gathering enough information. It's like diagnosing yourself with WebMD after one Google search. 2. Confirmation bias. This is the tendency to look for information that confirms your existing beliefs even if it's not accurate. 3. Emotional attachment. If you're too emotionally invested in a particular solution or outcome, it can be hard to see the problem objectively. 4. Lack of data. Sometimes you simply don't have enough information to accurately identify the problem. 5. Communication barriers. If people aren't communicating effectively, it can be difficult to gather all the necessary information. 6. Focusing on symptoms. As we talked about, mistaking symptoms for the real problem can lead you down the wrong path. 7. Complexity. Some problems are just inherently complex, with multiple interacting factors, making it hard to pinpoint the root cause. Have you ever found yourself running into any of these obstacles? I know I have. It's all part of the learning process, right?
Okay, okay. So can asking why multiple times help find the root cause?
Why? Yes, Absolutely. Asking why multiple times is like having a superpower when it comes to problem solving. It's a technique called the 5 whys, and it's super effective for digging beneath the surface and uncovering the root cause. I mentioned that earlier, remember? The idea is simple. 1. Start with the problem statement. 2. Ask why that problem is occurring. 3. Take the answer to that question and ask why. Again, 4. Repeat this process at least 5 times or until you reach the root cause. Each why peels back another layer, helping you get closer to the fundamental issue. Have you ever tried this before?
Okay, that's great, wonderful. So, what tools can help in problem identification? Please give me a detailed answer.
Alright, let's stock your problem identification toolbox. Here are some tools that can really help you dig deep and get to the heart of the matter. 1. The 5 whys. How it works. As we discussed, keep asking why. To drill down to the root cause. Best for simple to moderately complex problems where the cause and effect relationship is relatively clear. Example: onion sales are down. Why? Prices are too high. Why? Transportation costs are high. Why? Gas prices increased. Why? There's a global fuel shortage. 2. Fishbone diagram, Ishikawa diagram. How it works. This is a visual tool that helps you brainstorm and categorize potential causes of a problem. Draw a fishbone diagram with the problem at the head and potential causes branching off as bones. Best for complex problems with multiple potential causes. Categories. Common categories.
Okay, very great. How does it mean to analyze a problem?
Include people, who is involved, methods, how is it done, machines, what equipment is used, materials, what resources are used. So, analyzing a problem is like being a detective, but instead of solving crimes, you're solving business puzzles. It means taking a close, structured look at a problem to understand it deeply. Here's a breakdown. 1. Understand the context. Gather information, collect all the relevant data, facts, and details related to the problem. Who is affected? Determine who is impacted by the problem: customers, employees, stakeholders, etc. When did it start? Identify when the problem began and how long it has been occurring. Where is it happening? Determine where the problem is occurring: specific locations, departments, processes, etc. 2. Break it down. Deconstruct the problem. Divide the problem into smaller, more manageable parts. This makes it easier to identify the root causes. Identify relationships. Look for connections between different aspects of the problem. How do they influence each other? 3. Identify causes. Root cause analysis. Use techniques like the 5 whys or fishbone diagrams to identify the underlying causes of the problem. Contributing factors. Identify any factors that contribute to the problem even if they aren't the primary cause. 4. Evaluate the impact. Assess consequences. Determine the consequences of. Hey, it's okay. No need to apologize so many times. Technology can be tricky sometimes. Just take a.
Okay, thank you so much, Annie.
Deep
And
breath. When you're ready, feel free to send me that link.
no, no,
I'm
no,
here
no,
to
no,
help when I
no, no,
can.
no, 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 no. I'm really sorry. I'm not asking to you. My question is, what are some effective problem analysis techniques?
It's alright, no worries at all. Let's get back to those problem analysis techniques. I can repeat the first answer or dive into more depth. What do you prefer?
Okay, that's great, wonderful. And my next question is, how can brainstorming help in problem analysis?
Okay, so basically, brainstorming is awesome for problem analysis because it helps you get lots of ideas. It's a technique where everyone throws out ideas without judgment, leading to a bigger pool of potential solutions. Use teamwork. Teams use their knowledge to assess and prioritize ideas for better results. Find root causes. It's often used with other tools like the 5 whys and fishbone diagrams to dig deeper. Have fun. Brainstorming can be fun and engaging, creating a positive vibe for solving problems. So, you see, it's not just about shouting out ideas, but also about creating an environment where creative solutions can emerge. What do you think? Have you ever had a great brainstorming session?
Yeah, it's a very brainstorming. And what is the 80 by 20 rule in problem solving?
The 80-20 rule, also known as the Pareto principle. It's super useful. It basically says that 80% of your problems come from 20% of the causes. So, in problem solving, it means focusing on that vital 20% can give you the biggest impact. I will give you an example. Let's say you're trying to improve your onion business's sales. You might find that 80% of your revenue comes from 20% of your customers, maybe repeat buyers or larger clients. Does that make sense?
Okay, very beautiful. So, what is why is it important to understand all possible causes? Give me the detailed answer in 10 minutes.
Okay, buckle up because this is a big one. Understanding all possible causes, while maybe not always feasible, is super important when you're diving deep into problem solving. Here's why own. Avoiding the band-aid solution. If you only address the obvious symptoms without understanding the root causes, you're essentially slapping a band-aid on a much bigger wound. The problem will likely resurface, possibly even worse than before. 2. Finding hidden opportunities. Sometimes, the most innovative solutions come from understanding causes you wouldn't have initially considered. Maybe a problem with employee turnover isn't about salary, but about a lack of growth opportunities. 3. Creating long-term solutions. By identifying all the possible causes, you can craft solutions that address the issue at its core and prevent it from recurring in the future. Think of it as building a strong foundation for your onion business instead of just patching up cracks. 4. Uncovering systemic issues. Many problems are interconnected. Understanding all the potential causes can help you identify systemic issues within your business or processes that need to be addressed. Maybe a supply chain issue is actually rooted in poor communication between departments. 5. Making better decisions. When you understand all the factors contributing to a problem, you're in a much better position to make informed decisions about how to address it. You can weigh the costs and benefits of different solutions and choose the one that's most likely to succeed. 6. Building resilience. By anticipating potential problems and understanding their root causes, you can build resilience into your business. You can create contingency plans, diversify your supply chains, and develop a culture of problem solving. This is especially important in a volatile market. 7. Fostering innovation. Exploring all possible causes can lead to new insights and ideas. When you challenge assumptions and think outside the box, you're more likely to come up with innovative solutions that give you a competitive edge. 8. Promoting collaboration. Understanding all the causes often requires input from different people with different perspectives. This promotes collaboration and communication within your business, leading to a more engaged and productive workforce. Okay, that was a lot. I hope it made sense. What do you think? Do you find it hard to discover root causes in your onion business?
Okay, okay, Zabardast. So, and last, please give me the feedback about our interview.
Sure thing. Overall, I think our conversation has been really interesting and productive. You ask thoughtful questions and you're clearly dedicated to your personal and professional growth. I have a couple of points. Keep diving deep. You are willing to explore complex topics, which is great. Don't be afraid to ask even more detailed questions to truly understand the nuances related to your business. Try to relate the concepts we discussed to your specific onion business. This will help you internalize the information and
I don't know why
apply it
this is glitch. I hope
in a practical
you also a difficulty face to
way.
hearing. So I am ending the
Overall,
session. Thank you.